Welcome back to Steve Robb Reviews. Normally, when I'm showing something on my channel, I'm showing you how to do something. Well, today's video is going to be all about how not to do something. And this is something that a lot of people are still doing today that they should not be doing. And that is using one of these tire rope plugs. You know how you ream it out first. You come over to your tire, you got a hole. You say you take a nail out or whatever it is. You take it out, you ream it out with this. And then you stuff one of these babies in there and you say, okay, c'est la vie, it's all fixed. Well, them days are long past, and I never put any plugs in like that for on-road use. Now, I do use these plugs quite often for, say, like a trailer tire like this that I'm taking back in the bush. I'm not using this out in the highway. So if you're thinking about using some of these type of rope ones, you know, and just plug in your own tire because it's so cheap and it's so easy to do. Well, I'm going to explain a couple of things why you shouldn't do them. First of all, there's no tire manufacturer out there that exists that recommends to use this to actually plug a tire, because the liability factor is way too high, because you don't actually know what kind of damage has happened on the inside of the tire. So for all the do-it-yourselfers out there that have been using them plugs for years, yeah, you can get away with it. But the first time that you don't get away with it is, well, that's when it hits the fan, right? So it is impossible to actually know what it looks like on the inside when you're only plugging it from the outside. And so many times, the only reason why people got away with it years ago is because, well, a lot of people just weren't informed on how a tire is actually manufactured and how it's actually, you know, processed and how it's supposed to be repaired. And fixes like this years ago, well, they were done quite often. But, you know, today, no, you can't be doing this kind of stuff. And at most, they'll say you can use this for an emergency and then take it to a shop and get it fixed properly. Because you have to take the tire off, inspect the inside, and see exactly how much damage is done to the inside, because you can't see nothing from the outside, can you? So it's logical that, you know, what are you doing? You're trying to fix something when you can only see the outside of the tire. You can't see what happened on the inside. And a lot of people, well, they're putting in plugs in spots that they shouldn't be. They're putting them in sidewalls. They're putting them too close to the outside of the tread pattern. And generally, the best thing to do, if you can afford it, of course, is just to put a new tire on, or take it to a shop and get it done professionally. Because you're going down the road, what is the purpose of using one of these? Save yourself, say, 40 bucks to use one of these, but then end up having a whole bunch of liability in front of you that you don't know. The plug may last for a month, it may last for the life of the vehicle. You never know, right? The whole idea is you don't really know when you're putting a plug in what's on the other side, how much damage is on the inside of the tire. And by just jamming one of these in, well, it's not a go anymore. So thanks for joining me here today. I just thought I'd bring up a little bit of a safety tip here. You know, don't be using them kind of plugs. Yeah, I use them all the time on my off-road equipment. They work fine for me because I'm not using them out in the highway. And I have absolutely no liability except traveling at about maybe 5 miles an hour going through the bush. And really, that's about all they're really good for anymore. So thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to come back and subscribe and get some more safety tips that maybe some people on YouTube are actually promoting, like telling people how to plug their tires and going down the highway with stuff like this, when there's not a tire manufacturer out there that will recommend it. Cheers.